Now, I asked you both, I said both way too many times there, to bring in 3 locks for All Australian. Considering there's one more game, you can probably say these are my 3 locks.
Yeah.
And I'd love to know both of yours.
Great. I tried not to go with I tried to not give boring answers.
Yeah, no, I love that.
great.
But is there a boring...
I think Nick Dacos is a pretty straightforward one.
Really? Is he in?
I think so, yeah. He's going to win the Brownlow, sadly.
No, he's not winning them. He's nowhere near where he was last year.
I agree with you, but I think we'll still find that he will. So I went for 3 that I was hoping were a little controversial, but knowing our audience, they're probably not. Should we go 1 for 1?
Yes, I think so. Starting with Paddy.
Oh, I want you to go first.
Okay,
Tom,
starting with
you've
Tom.
just done this big load up.
No. So I think I went for Max Holmes at halfback.
Okay.
I think he's been pretty incredible for the Cats.
Max Holmes?
Yeah, I think he...
At half-back.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's been, pretty special this year. I'd lock him in.
Okay.
I will go with Jordan Dawson from
Yes.
the Adelaide Footy Club.
That's the Brownlow medalist, isn't it?
Well, that's debatable, yeah.
I feel like he might get vote. I feel like Dacos might win the Brownlow. But yeah, I think Jordan Dawson's year's been awesome. And I think if he's not All-Australian captain, someone else from the Gold Coast Suns will be.
Noah Anderson.
Correct.
Who's your second Oye?
I had Hugh McCluggage for the midfield.
Yeah.
I think he's underrated. Again, talking about Brisbane, he just shows up every week. He's been so consistent. He's very, very good.
Okay.
And he was pick 3 when Sun should have taken him, I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Can't remember what year, but I'm pretty sure we should have taken him.
Max Gawn.
Yeah.
As the ruck.
Has to be, right?
I think now it does, now that Grundy's missed a couple. I feel like if he could have taken that form into the end of the year, I would make an argument. But yeah, I think that's done and dusted.
Well, that makes me feel better.
Too consistent, too good.
There's nothing better than being like a bottom 6 team and like feeling like the year's a win when someone gets an AA.
Yeah.
I remember when Jamar got a backup ruck All-Australian in like 2012 and I was like, yes, we did it. And your last?
My last one, I've got, and not too obvious to anyone, but I think Bailey Smith at half forward has been transformative.
I don't reckon he'll make it.
Yeah, he might not.
Has he played enough?
Well, I don't know. It's up for debate, right? There's no hard and fast rules. I think it would be easy if there were hard and fast rules. Like, Gawn's played every game, so does that just knock out Sherry and Grundy straight away? Or I don't know. But yeah, I think he's only lost 2 games, and I think he's been pretty spectacular in all those games. I think it is a bit bullshit that he's listed half forward. At least in the fan voting thing. I don't think he probably should be, but while he is there, I'm very happy to lock him in a half.
Fan voting?
Yeah, so you can do it. You can do like your one, and it comes up with, 10 players to choose from.
Do you think Holmes or Smith is more important for Geelong?
Oh, Max Holmes for sure.
Yeah.
But I do think Bailey Smith has been, especially where he came from, I think he could be a smoky for the Brownlow as well. He's been that incredible. He has the sort of game like Matt Rao where he finds space, has these huge, massive kicks, and just seems so impactful.
Ed Richards for me.
Yeah.
Another lock.
I agree
Just
with
had
that.
an awesome year.
I had Ed as well.
Who else does Bont get in?
I was thinking about this. I think at the time I did my All-Australian team on the AFL website, I don't think he'd played enough games because he'd missed the first, I want to say 5 or 6 with his calf injury. And now if he's going across half forward, I mean, it's either him or Heaney for me who gets that slot.
I think the forward lines this year is the most interesting it's ever been because how can you leave out Jeremy Cameron? But then you go Thilthorpe. Well, Gunston's kicked more goals than Thilthorpe. So who do you go? And then you could argue that like Cozzy deserves a half forward spot, but he hasn't kicked the most goals out of a half forward. Like,
Hasn't
it's
he?
really interesting.
Hasn't he done statistically something that someone's never done before?
Is it 20 and 2
Yeah.
and 10 contested, I want to say, but I'll have a look at that.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Cozzy.
Cozzy, yeah. But he's like, if you look at pure goals, he'd be like 10th on the list or something. You know? So I think it's a fantastic year for forwards.
Thilthorpe and Cameron are both locks, surely.
Well, again, like Gunston has kicked more goals, right? I'll bring it up. I'll bring up the...
You can put those 3 in though, can't you?
Well, you can, but then are you leaving out Ben King, who's kicked at 59, Norton, who's kicked 55, Mitch Georgiades, who's kicked 54 over Thilthorpe? So Thilthorpe, I think, has been the most impressive forward, but there's so many players who've kicked way more goals than him.
Oh, it's spicy. It is spicy.
And then Jamie Elliott probably deserves a spot over Cozzy just on goals as well.
He has dropped off a little bit, but
I think Elliott's fallen away. He's the first player in 14 years, Cozzy, to average 20 disposals and 2 goals a game, as of a couple of weeks ago, so he might have fallen down.
And his dad was on our pod.
He was. I love Kev.
But I do think if you just look at the top 10 goal kickers for, over the year, it's a very interesting space.
I reckon Josh Worrell is also just about locked in now because he was
as
incredible.
A defender?
Against Collingwood, as was Mark Keane. And I think he was fighting for Nick Floston for that spot, but then Floston got hurt this weekend, probably won't play in round 24, and I think he'll just be back of mind.
Interesting. All right. Well, did you both enjoy doing that?
I did. That's the second time I've picked my whole team. And I think it's changed quite a lot since I did it like 3 weeks ago.
It's more important than the Brownlow for me.
Yeah, but it's also heartbreaking because it's 40. So many every year, so many devastating people lose out. Whereas with the Brownlow, it's like
An MVP makes sense in a basketball 5-person team. But when the game is, it really is hard to stand out and be like a crazy superstar player.
Yeah.
So like it does matter where you fit in a team.
Sorry, I just
no.
I was just going to say coaches' votes.
Coaches' votes.
Maybe my number one.
I thought that too, but then this year they've shown petulance.
Yes, that's true.
So like, and I'm sure umpires show petulance in points too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, coaches is the obvious one, but then some people like didn't Beveridge not give Bailey Smith any points and like.
There's stuff like that, but it's always you have to work it out or you have to guess. So we don't actually know, but we assume.
I had a question for you because I feel like this happens every year. Which player who plays on one of the top couple of teams will get a charity All-Australian? Like for me, with respect, it was Shane Edwards in 2018 on the interchange bench.
Yeah, well, when Melbourne won the flag, we had like it was just our first 18 in the AA.
Yeah.
So that's an interesting point. So who's finished on top? You reckon an extra Crow will get in?
I think Josh Dacos.
Yeah, right.
Because that's the sort of player who I'm always underrating, everyone overrates. And I'd say, he could get a charity AA for sure.
I don't. This is not right, but like I feel like Rankin should be in there.
Yep, I like that.
Interesting. Again, you'd have to put him at half forward, and that's an interesting.
But you
discussion.
you need to recognise small forward. You must.
Yeah. I would just potentially go Cozzy and Jamie Elliott.
I think Jack Crisp. I think he might just get a random interchange spot.
Oh,
interesting.
I feel like that could happen.
Wow, this has upset me in the end.
Sorry.
I wonder if like a Saligo or something from Adelaide will get a charity spot. I don't think so. I think Jordan Dawson's the dumb midfielder who gets in from Adelaide, but you never know.
Just a random thing out of nowhere. Like I've been really off Neil Bullen for leaving Melbourne, but he's better than he ever was at Melbourne now for the Crows.
Oh, 100%.
He was last night. The leadership is it's what's the word? Apparently he's very like, I've been there, I've been to the promised land, follow me. Where at Melbourne he was just one of many. But like he clearly like Petrarca, he was doing Petrarca's defensive run. You look how important he must have been to us.
Yeah. The other one we should just quickly mention is I think the other super obvious lock is Nazaya Wanganeen-Miller off half back.
Oh yeah.
But again, didn't want to go
half
too
back.
obvious. Oh yeah, because that's the great thing about him is has just moved to the midfield like 3 or 4 weeks ago. So I think slots right in there.
Give me a sting.